Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Welcome to what looks to be a sunny Brussels. We're going to bring the Air2000 back after our flight down from Belfast. We're going to bring it back to Belfast from Brussels. We're going to try out XPRealistic V2. This add-on is probably one of the best add-ons you can get for XPlane, in my opinion. The V1 was initially via Fly with Lua, and it needed a script to make it work. But now it has become independent or standalone. Basically, yeah, it works on itself. It just goes straight into your plugins folder, and there's no need for Fly with Lua or the script. It can work with X camera and track IR support. There's VR support as well. There's a load of effects with this, a load of new effects, over 38 of them, and there is multi-monitor support, and it's friendly for the FPS, which is good to hear given the fact that every other add-on for XPlane almost kills. Well, that's not true, but there is some out there that is very heavy on the system. Basically, the plugin itself, I haven't flew with it yet, but this is the new panel. I have quickly put a few effects in for the Airbus here. Lost all my old settings for prior, but basically all these ones on the left is basically all the effects that the plugin does. I'll run through what I've set up for me, but this is going to be trial and error for everybody. It's going to be different for this, depending on what you like, what you don't like, how much sort of interference you like for flying and different things. Some will work for prop aircraft, some will not work for jets, etc. So you can have a preview, so you can get preview for different things, or airframe and wind. You can maybe hear it. I've set mine down to 35 there with indicated airspeed of 50%. Airport ambience. I've disabled the GA for now because I'm flying jets, and I've just put random there. I'm not really overly bothered with this. It has no simulation values outside the or for testing it, so I'm not sure what it'll sound like, but we'll soon see. Auto brake, auto to play one now put down to 30. A lot of my other settings were down to 30 in the last version, V1. This one here, a few people will like this one here. Eddie Sparks like this one, and Easy0252 will absolutely love this. Flies helicopters, go and check him out. I'll put a link up shortly, where you can find the Joker over at Easy0252. Oh, hello Dan, the Joker is with us. I didn't even see you there. Ben, hello Ben, thanks for popping in. As usual, Ben, you have no clothes on, but a decent. Oh, very good. We'll go and get yourself sorted there. Leave yourself alone so you can get to the PC quicker. Thank you, so we'll just run through this XPRealistic version. I don't know if you've got it yet or not, Dan, but it looks good so far. So we're not just run through some of the things. So I've disabled that because I'm not flying helicopters. Brakes. So the preview. That's what it'll sound back coming. I don't know what it's like, but there's a load of different options here. I put it to brake too. I'm not going to really go through every single one. I'm just going to go through what I've set for the A320. And the clear air turbulence, divine sudden air turbulence currents, cloudless regions, the cause van. So again, you need to be in the air to preview this. So I'm going to put this down to 30. And keep it at 30. Everything nearly sits at 30 for me. There's a couple that have hit lower, that actually the landing, shaking and things like that. Cockpit ambience, random 30. Engine startup, I've disabled that for the jets. Vibration, acceleration is 30. Stable RPMs 50. So you can see it just vibrating there, just a little bit with the engines. So we're not going to get a big pile in vibration there. We're starting these, if any. So I've tried it at 30 there, throttle at 20. Flaps, drag, so Movement down to 20 there, rumble at 6 and at 40. I'm going to put that down to 30. Hit done. Flaps lever, flap sets 130 preview. And it's just a click, you'll hear it. You'll hear it clicking there. And that sounds good for the bus. Flaps stress, I can't talk tonight. So overspeed VFE, maximum flaps, extended speed, things like that. So V&E and different things. So that's the shaking you'll get when she's under a bit of pressure there. So I've just turned that down to 30 both. Float splash disabled, it's not relevant. So I've turned these down to 20, 20, 20, and sort of vertical and horizontal movements there within the plane, and acceleration is 20 as well. So I think maybe still a little bit too much, but we'll see what we're like there. That's the G-force one. Gear drag. The gear's down, you can hear it a little bit there. I have movement 10, rumble 3, and down to 20 there for that. So I've disabled that. We're not going to be landing this in the grass, and if we do, we're having a bad day. Ground effect, the engine, you can hear a bit of the noise, so I've put it the Win 3 down to 10 because you can hear it a little bit there. So we'll see what that sounds like. Ground roll. So ground roll is when we're taxiing and sort of turning the head and different bits and pieces. So, or sorry, when it's moving along the taxiway, you can hear it there. So taxi 130 and runway 50. So I I'm going to turn that down to 32. So ground shaking. So this is when so there's a bit of shaking there. So when we're taking off, it'll be like this. I have it down to 20 because 30 was a bit much. I thought that might be a bit much too, but we'll see what it's like. Head anticipation. So preview this. So when we're taxiing and we're turning, this is to simulate the pilot looking. If you haven't got track IR, things like that, it really helps. And then you don't have to, you can see a little bit. Obviously it doesn't go the whole way because it's a bit much, but I've put every single one down to 30 here. And then you've got in-flight. So when you're turning, taking off, pitch up, down, changing attitude of the plane. So we're all 30 there as well. So we'll see how that goes. Natural movements. So when we're still, the body moves. Obviously if you have a track IR hat on, you'll know there's a wee bit of movement there and you move your head. This effect will bring these tiny body movements into your cockpit. So 30 was a bit much, so I put it down to 20. So there's no effect of simulation, so I'm just guesstimating that. But I don't want natural movements that much, so instead of going 30, I went 20. So G-force, pulling G's. Do you know what? We're flying airlines, we're flying passengers. We're not going to pull G's if we can get away with it, so I've disabled it. When overspeeding, so V&E basically, so overspeed V&E vibrations, so I put 50-50 here because I don't want to be overspeeding, and if I start to overspeed I want to know I'm overspeeding, because if my eyes are off your speed, so I've kept that at 50. Okay, reverse thrust, so I've just kept it 70. I think that's the default that it was at, so I don't mind. I want to hear my reverse thrust. I don't know if these sounds will come over the top of the sound pack from BSS or not, but as I say, I haven't tested this yet, so I might have to change some of this. Sneezing, for goodness sake. Where do you see this? You know what I mean? So like, who the heck, like what? So let's stick that to 20 and stick that down to 20. No, we're disabling that. Okay. Gaitlin, I don't know if I pronounced that right. Thanks for popping in. Do you get wind with XPRealistic? So it simulates wind, it simulates what the wind does to the aircraft, but it doesn't give you winds aloft in terms of if you're talking about what a weather engine injects. So X-Plane will have its default weather engine, or if you're using a third party weather engine, we're using Active Sky, so that'll inject the winds aloft, and then X-Plane, XPRealistic will then simulate what potential effects on the aircraft there will be from that, if that makes sense. So this is speed brake drag, so I put that down to 30 and the sound just down to 30. So when we put our speed brakes out, we'll hear a wee bit of it there. Stall, we don't want to stall, so yeah, so we're going to keep that at the default, and shaking's down to 40. Stick shaker, we're flying the stick, we're flying an Airbus, so we're not going to get that, are we? So yeah, we're going to get rid of that. Surface turbulence, so it can affect, this effect costs 1 to 2 FPS, so I can deal with that. Depending on the temperature, altitude and wind, you might feel ground surface turbulence when flying a low level altitude. So imagine if you were flying a SID and we're coming in and we're maybe holding 2,000, 3,000, you know, it'd be nice to get a wee bit of simulated sort of turbulence that you would normally get low level. What a surprise, I put these two at 30 each, but we can't preview that until we're in the air. So that's something else we'll have to look at and monitor and see how that goes when we're flying. So you've got default X-Plane weather with real weather. So basically this plugin will work in conjunction with that, and if there's turbulence there, it should, you know, inject it into the values that you've put in here. So that works that way. So if your plane's shaking a little bit, this is immersion basically. This is an immersion plugin. Definitely worth it. So it won't give you real wind because it's not a weather plugin, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm actually understanding what you mean. The wind, it'll give you the sound of the wind, but it'll not inject wind into the simulator. So this is the touchdown. So this is, like, I had this quite low in the first version. So this is the front. So if you imagine putting your main gear down and then the front goes down, so this is just the front touching down. So I put it to 20. 20 might be a bit much. Let's try 15. Right, so there's 15. We'll keep it at that and we'll try that. It sounds at 50. We're going to put that down to 30. Everything goes to 30 unless I've modified it myself. So the main gear here, this is the main gear. So this, so vertical speed of 150, which if you're getting 150, you're not doing too bad. So I've put movement down to 15 here because this can be quite a lot. Sound is at 30, but the movement I've put at 50. So there's, if I land at 150 a minute, 150 feet per minute, which is I think what this means, I'll get a wee jump like that. So that's fine. No, it won't. It won't because it's not injecting any wind into the sim. No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't do. But I have literally not tested this out yet. But it should not remove wind. It acts on what's going on with the aircraft. It won't mess around with the wind, or it better not mess around with the wind, because I have a weather engine. This is not a weather engine, so it shouldn't interfere with that at all. So there we go. So turbulence. So this is one that I have at 30 as well. So if we're going through turbulence in the cruise or in the air, I've put these two to 50 and I've put shaking to 1. So I mean, there is a lot of values here. There's like a sick amount of values, but I just kept it at 1. So if we're going through a bit of turbulence, movement down to 30. I don't mind feeling up to that. That's fine. VR. Well, I'm not doing VR. I've disconnected this. It's in beta. So anybody, please note this this effect requires a stable F45. So like, who gets a stable 45 in X-Plane? I don't know, because I'll be popping along at 60 frames and then jump down to 20 whenever Through Earth Orbex kicks in and starts messing about and stuff. So good luck with that, folks. Moving on. Yeah, we're not going to land with the other Albin well, so we'll just keep that. So unless you hit the brakes after takeoff, nose wheel spinning sound will fill the cockpit. It doesn't stimulate it, but I'm not going to worry about that. Wind ambience, so adds wind when the aircraft is at the airport on a windy day. Open a door, so you'll hear the wind rather than anything else. So you'll hear the wind coming in. I would say if we opened the window, you would hear the wind. I don't think you would feel it, but we'll see. I have that down to wind 1 and 20. So adds realistic sounds of raindrops hitting the windshield. So I put this to 25, rain 3. And then obviously the 100%, that's what you'll hear. So we'll see. And the faster you go, the more wind you'll hear hitting your windshield. So if you're in the cruise, this is what you'll hear. But you normally hear that sort of sound anyway, don't you? So that's that. So those are all the settings that I have used. And I haven't tested out any of them, so most of them are what I used to have prior. And we'll see. So the profile is A320. Link to profiles option, or copy from a profile option. Reset the default. No, please don't. And there we go. Full monitor, freeze mode, master volume is at 100. So we'll try all that. This also can go in a window version, so I can bring it out into my second monitor if need be. But I'm happy with those. So there we go. So I will be taking off in 10 or 15 minutes. I'm cold and dark. I'm literally going to get set up here now. So we're all set up here. We're outside the aircraft, sitting ready to go. We're on VATSIM, and without further ado, boom. There we go. Boom. There we go. External. So there we go. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, nav. Check for the aders and the battery. Perfect. Okay, I'm just gonna go with the 3. Boom. So yeah, this, like, the fact that it's not using Lua anymore, which is pretty awesome. Why is that starting with a speed brake and medium? Boom. Okay, so we are at Echo Bravo Bravo Romeo, and we're heading back to Belfast. Echo Golf Alpha Alpha. Boom. This is a line. Perfect. Our flight number is Alpha Mike Mike 1201 on the way back. Cost index is 25. Surprise, surprise. And 340 cruise. Okay, so flight plan. We are departing. This is a free update, by the way. I didn't. If anybody has the first version, this is free. Just go onto their website and log in, and yeah, get it. So I am using the Sim Toolkit Pro, which interlinks with SimBreathe, and this is amazing. Piece of kit, absolutely amazing. So yeah, so there's a flight plan. So this can also link in the Navigraph, as you can see. So if this was our last flight, so we'll just get rid of all that, and then we'll go up to flights, we'll delete that one, boom, delete it, confirm, and then we'll go to new flight, and then we'll go from SimBreathe. There's it there, and that's it, ready, boom, just like that. So then you 8C. Okay, let me see. So runway 25, right? So taxi, airport. We'll just get the charts up here. We'll try and get on the go here as quick as we can. The SID is the Dennett 6C. Of 25, right? Perfect. Climb into the 6C is initial climb. Climb to 700, turn right to 297 degrees track. Intercept the bump, radial 278, turn right. Intercept hull, radial 308 to Dennett. Initial climb routine. Initial climb clearance is 60. So we'll put that in now. Boom. So we're departing off 25 right. And the Dennett 6C. Perfecto. That brings us up to Dennett, which is fine. We're jumping onto the airway from there, and it'll be the Lima 610 to the LAM. So we'll stick LAM in here. Lima 610 should be computed. There we go. LAM to the Barkway, and that is the Lima 10, and then Lesta, Lima Echo Sierra Tango Alpha. Boom. And then Rodel, or Romeo Oscar Delta, Oscar Lima, and then the Tenzo, Tango Echo November Sierra Oscar, and then Ramsey. So Romeo Echo Mike Sierra India. Boom. Yes, that's me. That's me. Yep. If we don't have wins on the NDL, we'll cry my eyes out. We will have wins on the ND. I'm pretty sure we'll, unless you know something I don't know. Okay, so arrival at, no, we're not rolling on to 3-5. What are the wins at the? What are the wins? So let's get Sky Vector up. So let's have a look here. So let's put our route in here. Oh, so we're doing the return journey. So anyway, so let's get rid of that. Winds here. Let's have a wee look at the winds here. Winds are 2506 knots. Clear and visibility okay. Temperature is 23 dew point 10. QNH is 1016. No significant change. Perfect. Okay, and then we're winds are 0104 knots. Variable 290 to 060. Visibility is good. 10 kilometers. Scattered at 3000. Temperature 21. Dew point is 17. QNH is 1015. Winds are calming down there. They're variable at 4 knots. When's that? Is between. Okay. We're going to land with a 4 knot tailwind in 2.5. So what we'll do is we're going to land runway 25 at Zulu, NS 25 to Zulu, via Ringa. Let me see where Ramsey is. Ringa's here. What is our last waypoint there? Ramsey? I think Ramsey's out at Dailaman somewhere, is it? Ramsey is actually to the east of Dailaman, so we'll stick Ringa in here. Perfect. Boom. Ramsey to Ringa. Get rid of the discontinuity, and we'll have a wee look at the flight plan. Boom. On the end, right. So Bellox. So there's Ramsey and there's Ringa, and then we'll come into the DME arc. Brilliant. Oh, fantastico. Right, let's do some perf. Get rid of that. Okay, so we'll bring back over again. So so fuel, total fuel, so we'll come on head down here. So total fuel here 6.1. Packs will be full load. Flight factor can't take that many. There is a mod you can get in the org apparently that increases that within the plane, so I need to look up at that. Takeoff weight is 68 tons. So we'll start from the start. So fuel is 6.1. So we're going to set that, we're going to get that. Packs, we're just going to go full ship. And then cargo, so we're 59, so we're taking off 60, so we need 8 tons of cargo. So 8 onto that's 9, so 9, set that, and have a look, and we're 67.79er. So what's that, 210? So stick in 210 there. Our takeoff weight will be 68 tons, which is what's here. Down 0.8, so we'll remember that, we'll take a note of that. Down 0.8. And then we'll go and check, and there we go. So perf. So I don't see all that. I don't bother with that because I'm using active SCA and all. I don't bother with that. The menus when I'm flying, it's all as real as I can possibly keep it. So what we'll do is boom. So what we'll do is we'll go and get our takeoff values here. So 68 tons. So that's fine. So we'll stick in 68,000 kilograms. Our echo is Echo Bravo Bravo Romeo. We'll get the METAR. QNH is 1016 here. So we're going to be taking off flaps 1. Packs will be off. The runway is dry. Engine anti-ice is not required. Runway 25 right. We'll go full length if we can get away with it. And then we'll calculate our V speeds. Okay, so flex 65, 153, 156, 157 there. Boom. Config 1. Flex is 65. And 153, 156, and 157. Boom. Okay. Perfect. Transition, did we get the transition out of here? Navigraph. Transitions 4,500 and that's set by ATC. Okay, and I said the Echo Bravo Romeo, so 1016. So we're 100. Oh, hang on. 1016. Something's not right. Oh, here you go. That's it now. 200, 200, 200. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so, okay, we're good. So we're basically fueled up. We'll start the APU. Check for green needles. There they are. Start it. Fuel is in, so let's get the pumps on. Yeah, fuel's in, so we'll get our seat belts on too. Wait for the APU. We'll come across here. We'll stick our lights on. Plane. We can take away the cargo. We can take away the gate. We can take away the fuel. And we can't take away any of that at the moment. Oh, okay, Merlin. Okay, so I'm using 11.41. I haven't went on the Vulcan yet. I haven't updated it. I have too many plugins. Look at all these plugins, look. What do you see? Look, I have just too many. You know what I mean? Half of them don't work or not compatible at the moment, and I have a second copy downloaded in another folder, and I haven't flown on it yet. And the idea was to bring the plugins in as and when they become compatible. Give me 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I probably should have asked you that. Don't know why I deleted all your messages there. It says you're spamming. Don't worry about the Streamlabs getting. Don't worry about them at all. You're not spamming at all. I don't know why it's doing that. So yeah. So we're firing up the APU. We're parked here, so we're going to 2.5 right. So we'll be pushed back. We'll stick up the ins, and then we'll head to the Bravo 1. So that's what we'll do. Yeah. So okay. So the APU is ready. So we're going to stick on the bleed and get rid of the external power, and then we can get rid of this. Perfect. I'm going to turn off this EFB. There we go. Oh, has that caused an issue? Am I going to crash? No. Okay. Cool. Right. Yeah, I think we're ready. We're ready to push back, are we? Let's plan it. Okay, so we're going to push back. So we'll push back and we'll...
Run to cockpit. Plaza knowledge. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Yeah, I get that. It will add stuff, but I just have too many add-ons, and I will go on to it. I can't wait to actually start using it. Perfectly honest with you, I can't actually wait. So this is what I'm using at the moment as in terms of system graphics. So world objects, I'm fighting a losing battle here all the time. I'm normally going high, low, medium, high, but because whenever I fly over the south of England, around Heathrow and Gatwick, Orbex eats my CPU, and I've got a 97K overclocked to 4.8. But as you can see, I'm sitting here now about 48 frames. Just here in this. I'm using the Motiva mod as well, I think, in this plane. Yeah, so we're pretty much good to go here. So what we'll do is we'll call push.
Run to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
We'll take our before start checklist to the line. Cockpit prep complete. Gear pins and covers removed. Signs are on. ADIRS or nav mode. Fuel quantity 6.1 tons. Takeoff data set. Bar ref is set 3 times to the line complete. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Okay, we'll stick our beacon on. And we'll tick below the line. Windows and doors are closed. Unarmed. Beacon is on. Mobile is in my pocket. Thrust levers are idle. And the parking brake is set. And that is before start, below the line complete. Brussels traffic jet set 19er Julia Papa. We are in A320, stand 144 on 1 north.
Okay.
Push back
closed. Ready to connect.
and start. Is there ATC on Vox in here? Nope, there's not. I don't think there is. Unless Santa's on. Ooh. Flip me. Santa's on, you're right. 131.1. Let's see what Santa has to say.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
You just give me a wee second. Okay, Brussels control.
Climb 78 Mike on Amsterdam now 125.75, goodbye.
125.75 for KLM 78 Mike. Have a nice evening, bye.
Channel 2341, I heard that you was calling the call sign.
Affirmative, you're about to leave my airspace, so you can switch over. Gina, come back. Wonderful evening, bye-bye.
Unicorn 122.8, and thank you for ATC, stay safe, bye-bye.
Brussels control, good evening, JetSat 19 Julie Papa. We're now 320, stand 144, QNH 1016 Quest IFR Belfast.
JetSat 100 Julie Papa, clear to destination via the Dennet 6 Charlie departure runway 25 right. Initial climb level 60, squawk 7127.
Okay, Kiel, Belfast, Dennet 6 Charlie departure, runway 25 right, initial climb 60, squawk 7127, JetSat 19 Julie Papa.
JetSat 100 Julie Papa, feedback is correct. The startup is approved, copy back for the push.
JetSat 19 Julie Papa, we're ready for push and start now, stand 114, QNH 1016.
JetSat 100 Julie Papa, push approved, face east.
Push and start, face east, JetSat 19 Julie Papa.
Easy 35 Golf, contact Amsterdam 125.75, bye-bye.
Amsterdam 125.750 for easy 35 Golf, thanks for service, goodbye.
So we just need to figure out our push and start to face east.
Brussels Center, Transavia 751, wish you 3000, flight level 370.
Transavia 751, Brussels control, and low identified, you out.
Okay, engine 2, we're going to engine 2, that's our stop. Waiting for the ignition valve to open, there we go. N2's rising. Thanks for the head up, ATC. I was near away without clearance. Okay, there's the fuel. EGT is going up, N1. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for popping in. Thank you. Okay, with good start on engine 2.
Easy 803, been ready, descent to level 210, level
Ignition valve open.
direct to Polen.
N2's rising.
Again for 803.
8803, direct to Polen, descent to level 210, level Polen.
Direct to Boden, descent for level 210, level back Boden, easy 8803.
Wings 581, contact lang on the 135.65, bye-bye.
There's the fuel.
135.65, Wings 905,
EGT on N1. We're looking these starts in under 2 minutes, so
Operation complete, set parking brake.
I will most certainly do that indeed.
Disconnecting tow, standby.
Perfect. Okay, so we're down 0.8. That's about 1.8.
Next 7 Delta Whiskey, no for the ATC, Virginia come now 122.8, bye-bye.
Unicom 122.8, Channel 7 Delta Whiskey, have a good evening and stay safe, thanks, bye.
Engine RDS is not required. Packs will get once we get up to the
0.18
runway.
kilo when ready, descent flight level 190, level T base on.
So there you go, so he's not looking at our lights, so we'll turn our lights on. Perfect. Lovely, so what we'll do is we'll check our flight controls, full forward, lovely, full left, lovely, left, 4 spilers, right, 4 spilers, roller full left, roller full right, roller full left. Struggling a wee bit there. Neutral, perfect. Okay, we will take her off the start checklist. Anti-ice is not required, I don't believe. ECAM status was checked normal. Pitch trim is 0.8 down. Roller trim 0 after start complete. We'll check our brakes and then that'll be us. So we're going to taxi. Oh, let me see. You're not a full approach. Well, you're in the A350, so hello. You're not really going by a star in the Belfast. Factor yourself in. Brussels control, Jetset 19 Julia Papa ready for taxi.
Jetset 19 Julia Papa taxi heading point Bravo 3 by the outer taxi with a QNH 1016.
Okay, taxi Bravo 3 with a QNH 1016 for Alpha.
Jetset 19 Julia Papa taxi by the outer taxiway outer 4, outer 5, outer 6.
Roger, outer 4, outer 5, outer 6. Jetset 19 Julia Papa. Lovely. Right, so we're taking an immediate left here. So we'll check our brakes. Calvin will be ready here, and we'll just do our takeoff. There we go. Boom. So we'll have a little look here.
Speedbird 156 now for the ATC, Virginia Camera 122.8, good evening.
Okay, 122.8, good 156. Thank you very much, stay safe, bye bye.
Okay, there's our brakes. Okay, our brakes are good. So we'll take her before takeoff to the line. So we look to the left here, clear to the left. Okay, flight controls were checked there and they're fine. Flight instruments checked. Briefing is confirmed. Flaps settings, config 1, FMA and takeoff data with red through. Transponder set to TA. ECAM memo takeoff, no blue. To the line complete.
Papa 180, contact lang on the 135.65, bye bye.
Bravo 3 takeoff here.
Easy 803 over to lang on the 135.65, bye bye. 135.65, easy 803.
Sam, what was wrong with the approach in the Belfast that it wasn't fun?
Virginia Camera 122.8, bye bye. Transavia 751 over to Unicom 122.8, bye bye.
Unicom 122.8, Transavia 751, bye bye.
Bravo 5, coming up.
And all stations, Brussels is now close to Monitor Unicom 122.8, bye.
He's closed. Thanks for your help.
Good evening.
Okay, ATC is now offline. Brussels traffic, Jetset 19 Papa A320, we are entering Bravo 3 for runway 25, immediate takeoff, Dennett 6 Charlie departure. Okay, no messing around, so we'll go lights, camera, right, left. Okay, before takeoff, below the line. Cabin's ready. Engine mode is normal. TCAS is Tara, and packs will be off now in a sec. I haven't heard any calling coming in, and I had a look there, there's nothing coming.
Approaching 25 right.
Checked. Take off. Roll and take off here. Just get her straightened up.
On runway 25 right.
Okay, take off. Damn it. Okay, there's Mount Flag 65 SRS runway. All the thrust is blue. On the knots. Lift the nose up a wee bit. There we go. V1. Rotate. Oh, we'll probably go into alpha floor, toga, there we go. Positive rate, gear up, nav green. That was very, 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 very delicate. We'll just keep that now until we get the positive up. Okay, propeller's just off, on. Thrust climb. Stick the autopilot one on. Thrust climb, auto thrust white. I'm going to have to change the settings. That sensitivity was too much for attitude pitch. Speed, okay. Flap 0 please. Okay, speed checks. Up 0. Okay, good. Pack 2 on. Pack 1. Lovely, we'll take off to the line. Landing gears up, flaps retracted, packs are on, to the line complete. Transition is 4.5, we're going up to 6. So we'll go standard. Standard once, twice and 3 times. 4,000 once, twice and 3 times. Perfect. And we will take her off to take off below the line. Borrow. Ref is standard 3 times below the line complete. Speed alt star. There's no ATC, I think I might slip on head on up. There's a mode change. We'll open it out, so thrust climb, open climb, flight level 150 blue. And I'm just going to continue on head up to cruise. Okay, with flight level 340 blue. Don't need our weather radar on, clear and visibility, okay. So, like, what do you think for the camera turning? Like, I mean, it's not too bad. So we've got wind. There's the wind. Merlin was on earlier on about the wind and the ND. Well, there we go. There's it there. That proves it's there. So we'll keep an eye on that and see how that goes. Although I'm not using Vulcan, so it doesn't matter. There's an interesting texture there. Level 100, perfect. Boom. And we'll just check our cabin pressure, and we're rising. Perfect. Nose down, speed up. Flight time 1 hour and 10 minutes. Okay, so I'll be back in a second. I think we're all good there. So there we go. We can hear the wind. We can hear it from. That is an XPRealistic sound. Is it too loud? Only you can tell me. We stick the radar on here because there is, for our arrival in, there's a lot of thundery shores. There is some low level. It was some stuff we can check in the air here. What was it? The turbulence. No, the surface turbulence. So we were just looking at the weather there. We think that sail is clear of the airfield up in Aldergrove. We don't think anything else. I can hear thunder outside my home, which is just to the south west of that sail, or just to the south of it. But we don't know what might pop up when we get up that far, so we'll keep an eye on it. So we're going through flight level 280 soon for 340. 16 minutes, so we're only 54 minutes left of the flight. Pushed along a nice wee 47 wind, just 491 over the ground. I think we'll basically get told to tail once we get into our own airspace back at home, and hopefully see the XPRealistic plugin come to life. It really, the immersion already is still great, which you wouldn't have if you didn't have it, just a static camera. But you can actually see there's wee bits of movement there. It's simulated quite well. The air down here is quite smooth, it seems. 500 over the tiles. Just coming in. So one thing I've noticed about Orbacks through Earth is every now and again you have like these. Now that is an airport, so I don't know what the crack is there. I really don't. But look, see. So I don't know what the story is. I am using Lua script, so you can see this here. Mentioned a few in the streams before. This is the save frames. So this little script kind of cuts the draw distance down a little bit, so it saves your FPS. At the minute I'm getting, you mightn't be able to see it there, but I'm getting 34 to 37 in the cruise. Jump into the cockpit there, I'm getting 30 to 35, 38. My CPU and GPU are both kind of working the same at the minute, which is good. But we're gonna see if we get kicked off Voxin. So coming through London area with Orbacks, it gets really heavy on the CPU. Like I have 32 gig of RAM and a 9700 overclock CPU, and it still struggles in places. I am streaming too, and I have got a lot of stuff opened, so yeah. So these wee squares here, these are Orbacks through Earth. I'm just using the default clouds from XP, as you can see. These default, pretty awesome in my opinion, and not a frame killer. I might download Ultra Weather XP new version once it irons out the bugs it's having at the minute. I have, I think, all the weather engines for X-Plane and a lot of the cloud add-ons of SkyMax Pro. I've said before as well. XP, Avex and Vero, which is the whole package, but it's really hard for us simmers to get the complete package. There we go, there's Mock, Alt, Star, and that's us coming up. There we go, so what, 22 minutes, 23 minutes almost. There's Alt, green. So 23 minutes and we're in the cruise. Happy days. 208 to go. Have a wee look at our fuel here, so let me see, the Longboard, we're 15 from the Longboard VR. It reckons it will have around 4 tons of fuel left. So we just simply go in, check our flight plan. And it says we'll have 4.2. And we'll have 4. We'll have 4.1 there. So we're a wee bit low on the fuel, but not by much. So we'll keep a wee eye on that. We'll be alright, we'll have loads. The land with 2.7 tons.
Where's Jack, Justin?
Just watch that speed there. Into helicopter flying, pop on over to EZ0252 and check out his channel. Look at the speed, look. Wind shift, look. Look at this. A bit of wind shift there. Over to Twitch and check out and give Don a follow for some heli ops. Does a wee bit of train simulation as well there, and he does a bit of trucking. If you're a Tang or want to be a Tang, give the Joker, Mr. EZ0252, a follow. So we're getting a wee bit of change in the air here. So you can actually see it there. You can see the wee bobble up when there's a wee change in the G-force. So that is XPRealistic reacting to the change in air. You can see we dropped a wee bit of altitude there. We had a wind shift which lost about nearly 10 knots indicated, and then whenever the plane obviously pitched up a wee bit, we got a wee change in G, so you could see the actual plane moved, the camera moved up a wee bit there. So you could maybe turn that up a little bit just to get a wee bit more of a camera movement. But I like that. I noticed it on my screen. I don't know if you've noticed it. Yeah, XPRealistic V2. I was saying earlier on there some of the features of it. One of the main ones is it's now standalone. It doesn't require fly with Lua. Over 38 effects. Yeah, so definitely worth it. If you haven't already got it, go and buy it. It's well worth it. It's one of the best plugins in XP. So you can see the way the camera, whenever the plane's turning there, banking to the left, the camera moves with it. Just sort of simulate the head movement. So there we go. So all my lights blue downstairs. Let's hope we don't blow upstairs and the lactic doesn't work to get this flight finished. So we done okay on the frames. I mean, we're sitting at 40 there, and we're sitting basically yeah. So we we didn't go directly over London. We kind of went to the Lambourne VOR Barkway and up just, I suppose, to the just east of Luton, between Luton and Stansted. So maybe that's why. Potentially that's why. Or it was because I turned my settings down to medium on the buildings and stuff. So we're picking up a wee bit of fuel there. So 2.8 now. So we're on the ball. Making good progress there at 508 over the ground. I want to keep an eye on the weather radar for Aldergrove. See, I mean, I don't know about yous, but I feel this is moving slightly west, or sorry, east. Like, I thought this was more over here earlier on. Maybe it's just lingering because yeah, we'll see, we'll keep an eye. We'll know it's kind of just to the west of Loch Ness here, so we'll keep an eye and see, does that make its way over. We could check the Taff. We're going to have to stay. So 0508 knots. That's going to be a 07 now. That's going to be a 07. We can land with a 10 knot tailwind. I don't know, will I just do the RNAV? I might just do that, you know. So let's just compute some information here. So 050 at 8. Temperature is 19. QNH is 1015. Oh, what'll I do? Yeah, we're not going to land that tailwind, no. Boom. So we'll run the navigraph here and we'll change it up. So we will go boom. Arrival, boom. Approach, we'll do the RNAV, 07, and we will boom. So I have put in Ringa here. Ringa works with the RNAV as well. So our minimum's 520 here. So so we'll go here and we'll change this to the RNAV 07 and we'll do the Lurgy and we'll insert that and we'll see what that has done for us. I'm going to stick in Ringa. What I'm doing. And then we'll get rid of the discount, and then we'll have a check of what the story is here, and we'll see. So Ramsey to Ringa to Lurga, perfect, that works. 2.8 on the fuel, perfect. Let's see, let's check. We'll try and keep this in managed descent. Boom, so flight level 100 by Ringa. And then Lurgi was 4,000, perfect. No ball, Dan Yolson. The Joker has entered. Just put a wee link up to your Twitch channel there for all those heli simmer wannabes. I can't fly the helicopter, I'm absolutely cat, aka shite at it. But the Joker, easy 0252, can handle them the right way. Does, as I say earlier on, does a bit of trucking, does a bit of train sim, and does a bit of talking now done, but we all do that. Flying the Air2000, once again, we're going to do a lot of flying, and we're going to check out a lot of Air2000 routes. The VA is under an upgrade, liveries for Flight Factor A320, Totus A319 and A321 in being made at the minute. We also have the FS Labs A321, A320 and A319. I'm not sure about the A321 for the total, or for the FS Labs. I think there is an FS Labs A321. Aerosoft as well. There's an A330. Currently, you can fly the Dreamliner. I'm not sure if we're holding on to the Dreamliner or not, but there's going to be new routes. Dublin, bases of Dublin, Belfast and in Germany, and there's going to be a lot of routes and flying that can be done. All will be revealed. Hopefully we'll have the new liveries by next month at some point. So the channel is going to be showing a lot of Air2000 flying. Today's flight, we're just returning the aircraft back to Belfast from flying out to Brussels, so we're just heading back, and we're trying out the new update for XPRealistic V2. I'm loving it so far. It was a free update, I believe. I didn't pay anything for the update. Log on to their website and get it downloaded. And if you don't have it, get it. I genuinely feel that it is the best payware plugin for X-Plane for immersion. There's a couple of other options out there, freeware, head shake and things, but XPRealistic is really good. I had a quick run through my settings for the A320. I'll have to tweak some of them. I'll probably keep similar settings for the A319. I'm going to be getting A321 soon. I think I will. Probably will get it. But at the moment, the routes haven't went live yet, so I'll only get it whenever the routes go live. I can't fly any 319 routes at the moment either because the livery is not ready, so once all that's done, I will. So another stream there. There's turbulence, folks. There's turbulence by. So there we go, that is XPRealistic at work. Just random wee bit of error there. So, yep, so Dan's going to be streaming later on at 10 PM on another scenery and development. Another one to keep an eye out for is Eddie Sparks. Eddie Sparks does a lot of scenery development. He has created scenery, freeware scenery I must add, very good at that, for Belfast City and Belfast Aldergrove, aka International. He has done Glasgow and Lanzarote and a few other things. Created there a couple of heli ports in London recently there, just updated recently. So a lot of good work by a developer that does it for free. So we'll just the poor passengers in the back, anybody that have been drinking, I'll drink, or I'll have it spilt all over them, that wee pocket there. So it's time to come down, folks. So we're going to go down to flight level 150 first and foremost. We're going to just go managed with thrust idle descent, flight level 150 blue, and we'll start to come down here. Want to be Ringa around flight level 100. We'll just keep an eye on our speed here because we've been pushed along by 50 knot tailwind, so we don't want to overspeed, so we'll just keep it wee eye there that we don't V8. So direct Ramsey, then straight into Ringa, and then we'll head from Ringa down to Lurgy for the RNAV. So we'll just keep a wee eye there, we'll just give it a wee hand, just spoilers half. There's the Isle of Man, for anybody that knows it. Nice, oh jeez, nice Calvic at the Isle of Man at the minute now. So we'll just keep the old spoilers half selected there to give it a hand down. You'll probably hear the airflow going over the spoilers there as well with XPRealistic. So I'm going to just go down to flight level 100, and we're flight level 100 blue there, and we want to be around Winga, so we'll just keep our spoilers out half just to make sure we get down thereabouts Ringa, flight level 100. Nice clear out here, so we'll see if we'll get any more turbulent air. We'll get the seatbelts on early. So we're going to probably spool up in the speed a wee bit. So the best thing to do is we're going to go open now, so we're going to go thrust idle, open descent. The nose will go down a bit more, the plane will speed up, we'll lose more altitude. Our VS will increase. The air is clean. And hopefully it get to Ringa then by flight level 100, which that will come towards me a little bit, as you can see there, starting to come in this way. Nice, lovely Isle of Man, like the Isle of Man, like this. The whole in Calvic there. Absolutely fantastic goal. Couple of pictures. So if we go, our spoiler's full here, you can hear the airframe. So you can hear that. '81 from the field. We'll get to Ringa and we'll let them know our intentions. I wouldn't be surprised the winds changed again, like. Do you know, I have a funny feeling that sail is slowly but surely moving towards us. Winds are now 080 at 5 knots, variable 050 to 110. Visibility is good, they're scattered 2400, temperatures 18, QNH 1016. So 080 at 5. 080 at 5 knots. Let's see. I think because of the variable winds, we'll stick with 07. The RNAV is 520. I don't know why that's the minimums there. So I'm just going to quickly look. Yeah, the aircrafts, they're using 07. We'll get to Ringa and we'll let them know our intentions. So there we go, so we're going to get rid of this now. So there's half. There's retracted. Sometimes there's a wee bug there that you think you've it fully retracted and you don't, and then you get a master caution. And then I'm going to go manage. So speed, descent, flight level 100 blue, and the nose will start coming up a little bit. Lovely. Okay. I transition into here unless otherwise dictated 6,000. So we've got that sorted there. Speed alt star, we're coming down to 250 alt. There's our flight level 100. Okay, not too bad. Okay, we'll go speed, or we're still speed, we'll descent green there, flight level 5,000 blue. Doing a rechange in, oh, we're doing a rechange in our fuel there. Maybe a bit of 40 or difference. Alright, okay, so that's it. 32. We'll get the ringer and then we'll sort the show out. Like, look at these clouds, like these are default, and I mean, you can't go wrong with them at the minute now. All to go with traffic, jet set 19 Julie Papa. We're in A320, we are 3 DME Ringa, inbound for the RNAV 07 for Aldergrove. Okay, so what we're doing is we're going to pull the speed to managed. We're going to arm the approach phase. And we're going to take an approach checklist. Okay, briefing is confirmed. ECAM status was checked there and it's normal. Seatbelts are on. Bar ref will be set. It's standard at the minute. MDA set 520. Engine mode select is normal. Approach checklist complete. VOR approach. We are not. It's going to be a visual, to be fair, once we get round. And we're alright. I suppose we've got to check active scale this time here to see what was awaiting us. But if you have a look here, this here is what I was sort of getting a wee bit. But as I say, the radar there looks alright. So the annoying thing about coming in and out of the international is the change from RBAX to ortho. There is the RBAX. That's actually pretty nice. And then when you look over, and you can see it now in a minute, you get through these clouds. Temperature 12, that's alright, hey. So we talked about our reapproach there. RNAV 07, we're going to pick up Lurgu at 4,000, just above 4,000. Then we'll descend to 2,500, turn right to 068 degrees to pick up for the RNAV 07, watching that we don't land at Langford Large, and that'll be interesting. Minimums are 520. MSA is 3,500 there, but as I say, once we get on that RNAV, we'll be alright. And then we'll be on the down on the 3% glide. Poppy's on the left. This approach will be straight ahead, climbing to 3,000. I'm making a left turn and we'll be entering a left downwind. And then we'll reposition ourselves direct to the Sulliv waypoint for our left base. The thing about the VOR approach, Dan, is the VOR is slightly offset, so it won't bring us in properly. So we kind of need the visual anyway. But anyway, there is... Oh, there we go. There's a good view, folks, of the difference between Orbex and the Ortho. It's a wee bit darker, isn't it? A big bit darker. There's a wee golf course, is it? It is indeed. So we're still have a wee tailwind here, so 07 was definitely the right choice, although we're at 6,200 descending and we've only 5 knot wind. I would say once one of those sails materialises, it'll not be like that. Did not dim the lights for nothing. It's getting a wee bit dark, isn't it, dude? And I said the 1015. Once, twice, and 3 times. Perfecto. So we're going to go down to 130 now when we're leveling off there. There's thrust idle. Speed 5,000 green. We're 7 mile out. Then we're just going to bring her down to the altitude or the speed constraint of 210 there. Alt. Okay, we'll go flap 1, speed checks flap 1. Okay. Thrust idle descent 4,000 blue. Right, let's slow this beauty down. Okay, spoilers half. Okay, flap 2, speed checks flap 2, and keep spoilers in. Use a little hand there. Okay, on the approach. Approach nav green, alt, final blue. Just give ourselves a little hand down here. VDev, green, keep that in check. There we are. Alto Grove traffic, jets at 19 Juliet Papa, right base, where they are now, 07, 10 miles. Okay. We're 10 miles, so we're going to go 160 now that we're... Okay, thrust idle. Keep an eye on that. I want that VDAB capture, so we'll go to 2000. Our speed. Okay, speed, alt, constraint, star. So we're on that constraint there. Descent final, alt, constraint.
2,500.
Rod alt is not alive yet, but that's checked. Alto Grove traffic, jets at 19 Juliet Papa, final 07, Alto Grove. Okay, gear down, flap 3 and ready, lovely, gear down. There's final approach, green, perfect. What happened there now? Final approach 3, flap 3, speed checks. Go around altitude set. Okay, now the other day when we went manage speed here, it wouldn't go below 160. So we'll see if it does it again. So we might have to manually put the V up. There's the rod alt now. We're 6 miles out. We'll take 160 to 4. I've already called finals. We'll see if we can get off at Bravo. We did the last day. Winds are now variable. Look. So 2.5 probably would have worked, but hey. If you're not in, you can't win. Okay, there's 4, so we're going to go managed. We're going to go managed. Oh, it's working today. It didn't work the other day, so it's working today. That's perfect. We'll go flap fall and ready. Okay, speed checks. Flap fall. Nah. We're going the single today, boy. I can see the poppies. This is mine. Checked. Tractors are off. No call for them.
Approaching 07.
I'll probably put the bird on. Oh, too late. Like, I'm like 2 miles from landing and he wants me to contact him. I don't even know who's controlling here, but sorry, aviate, navigate, communicate.
100 above, 500.
Checked.
400 minimum.
Landing.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard. 5.
So we'll stop here and then we'll contact whoever was getting in touch with us there. Yeah, we're 2 miles out single pilot. I'm not going to try and faff around when we're autopilot off there, so we'll clean up and then we'll get over to whoever that was. Naughty me, eh? One, two, three, 4, 5. There's the needles. Perfect. Boom. We'll get it. We've done all that. Perfect. So, who was that? Let's see. Oh, is that? Have a good flight, mate. Michael Bromley sent me a wee message. So, nobody was on ground here. O'Tar's on. Okay, one. So, 121 decimal. 121 decimal 750.
Night view 47 Tango, pushing back, stand.
Right. Okay. So, Aldergrove ground. Good evening. Jetset 19er Julie Papas on Bravo. Quest taxi.
Jetset 19 Julie Papa, taxi stand 15 via Lima and X-ray.
Taxi stand 15 Lima X-ray for Jetset 19er Julie Papa. I got a wee message there too, but I don't know who sent them it. November Foxtrot Romeo 29. Oh, thanks. Michael Bromley. Okay, so boom. Stand 15. We look to the right. Look to the left.
Belfast ground, this is November Charlie 77583 requesting start off.
Last station calling again.
This is November Charlie 77583 requesting start up.
November Charlie 77583, start approved.
Start up approved, November Charlie 77583.
There we go. Yeah, so we're stand 15 here, so that's us 15 there. So let's see what we're like there. Oh, we're just off it a wee bit.
Underground, go Bravo Oscar, Mike Whiskey 57.
Lovely.
Golf Bravo Oscar and Mike Whiskey, startup approved.
So
Not approved, I'm not skiing.
what we're going to do is
Ground, November Charlie 77583 requesting taxi.
we want to do a replay.
Last station calling again. Say call sign.
November Charlie 77583 requesting taxi.
November Charlie 3, number 1 please.
Please can you repeat for Charlie 83?
Okay, so we've disconnected from the network here, just because we want to do a replay, and we don't want to shut down and all, because normally when you shut down and then get all the gear, sometimes your replay shows your doors open and things. So we will get our little toggle replay view here, boom, and then we'll so the second time I done the replay coming in to here from, I think it was Paris return flight. It crashed. Air2000 coming in fully configured, boy. Wing view. And then we'll take one from the runway. A bit off centre, aren't we? .4 foot. Yeah, well, there we go, folks.
4,500 feet remaining.
Okay, I don't know what's going on there, but we're on to the APU. We'll cut our engines. Seat belts come off. Kill the fuel pumps. We can go to main and we can go to bright. Perfect. And then we can go to service and we can pick our fuel pump, packs, call the gates, stairs, cargo. There we go. Happy days, and then we'll get onto the ground power and get rid of the APU. Well, there we go. That is us down and safe and sound into Aldergrove. The XPRealistic's doing its thing. I really like it. The fact that it's now standalone is what we kind of want, so it doesn't rely on Lua. But there you go. Hope you liked it. Get it if you don't have it already. Get it updated if you have it and don't have it updated already. And as I say, pop over to see Dan there on Twitch, who is streaming in about 20 minutes there. I'm going to check out some new scenery. Not sure what it is, but as I say, join him and find out. And yeah, until the next time, take it easy and all the best. Thank you.